Hi guys, welcome back. This is part 3 of how to crochet your own mini bear. In this video we're making the legs first and then the arms. I'm going to show you how to stuff them both and also how to close up the tops and get them ready for sewing. So here are the legs and these are the arms. Alright guys, let's get started. The arms and the legs, the first two rows are the exact same as each other. So we're going to start with a loop with 6 stitches. This is exactly how we started the muzzle and the top of the head. Take the shorter yarn tail and wrap it around these two fingers twice. Hold that yarn between your pinky and your thumb. Hold the working yarn between your pinky and your thumb. Insert your hook, go to the back, grab the yarn and pull it through those two strings. Now you have a loop on your hook, grab the yarn and pull it through that loop on your hook. And we've made our slip knot. Now we need to put 6 single crochets into this ring. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we need to close up the ring. So there's our loop with 6 stitches, and I can see a big gap there, and I don't want that because that's going to be the front of the arm and the leg. So let's close it up. We're going to grab the starting yarn tail and give it a pull. There we go, it has disappeared. Alright, row 2 is 2 single crochets in each one of those 6 stitches. There's 1 in the first, going back in, and there's 2. And we're finished row 2, now we have 12 stitches around. So that's the first 2 rows of the arms and the legs. Let's continue on to make the legs. We're going to add our marker. Row 3 of the legs is 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, then 2 single crochets into the 4th, and then repeat that all the way around. When you land on the marker, you'll be putting in 2 single crochets. So let's do the first set together. I'm just refreshing your memory as to what we're doing here, and then I'm going to leave you on your own. So 1 single crochet in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 2 single crochets into the 4th. And I can feel my piece folding up on itself. I'll show you what it looks like. See, it's curving upwards. If I keep crocheting that way, it's going to curl all the way up and I'll be working inside out. So make sure you stop and turn it right side. That is the right side. Alright guys, I'll speed this row up. Alright, just coming to the last stitch of the row. I'm going to put in my 2 single crochets. There, I'm finished row 3 and now I have 15 stitches around. I'm going to move my marker. Row 4 is 1 single crochet in each one of those 15 stitches. You can pause the video and I'll meet you back here when you land on the marker. At the end of row 4, and I'm going to refresh your memory how to decrease the row. Row 5 is 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then we're going to crochet 2 stitches together. And repeat all the way around. When you land on the marker, you'll be crocheting 2 stitches together. So let's do the first set together. 1, 2, 3, and now crochet 2 together, and remember if you start to see gaps, you'll be crocheting in either the front loop or the back loop. Okay, now you just keep repeating that to the marker, and I'm going to leave you on your own. Referring now back to the written pattern, we're working on row 5. When you've done that, you'll move on to row 6. It's the same thing, it's a decreasing row. We're going to meet back here at the end of row 7. So you can pause the video now guys, and we'll meet back here at the end of row 7. Alright guys, welcome back. We are at the end of row 7, and you should have 9 stitches around. Now we're going to stuff the foot, and this is all the stuffing that you need. We're only going to stuff the first 4 rows of the foot. So we're going to count here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're only adding stuffing up to here, so just the tip of the foot. So when we sew this on, that's how it's going to look. Only the tip is stuffed. Alright, let's carry on. Okay, you don't need to add a marker now. We're going to be crocheting through both sides of the leg to close up the top of the leg. So roll your foot so your last stitch is on the side. Now we're going to go right through both sides, pushing our hook through. Single crochet. We should be able to do 3 across the top. That was 2. And last time, 3. Now we can finish off. Leave a tail for sewing. You're going to use this yarn tail to sew the leg to the body. Of course, you make 2 of them, and just keep in mind that you want to have them match, so you put the same amount of stuffing in both. So just take your time to make sure you got the right amount of stuffing in both. And now we're going to move on to the arms, and like I said, the first 2 rows are done the exact same way as the legs. I've jumped ahead and I've made my 2 rows. So you can pause the video and go ahead and make your 2 rows and then come on back. Alright guys, welcome back. So row 3 isn't any different than what we've been doing. We're going to decrease the row. You can add a marker. Let's do that. I'm only showing you how to do this row because we're working in such a small round. So I know some people have a hard time working in smaller rounds, so let's do it together. So row 3 is 1 single crochet in the first 2 and then 2 together. Let's go ahead and do that. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and now 2 together. And repeating that, we're doing the sequence 3 times. And now 2 together. And it should be folding up on itself. I'm actually pushing my finger in and I'm crocheting around it, so it kind of folds up the right way. So it all depends on how you hold it. Two, and now 2 together is going to land on that marker. And then we're finished row 3 of the arm, and now we have 9 stitches around. I'm just going to cut up that starting yarn tail and tuck that into the arm, get it out of my way. Row 4 is 1 single crochet in each one of those 9 stitches. So I'll leave you on your own. I just flatten out my piece and I work very slowly, make sure I'm getting into the right stitch of the next row. Very easy to go back in the stitches you just did because the round is getting so small, so just make sure that you're getting into the first stitch of the next row. 1 single crochet in each one of those 9 stitches, and we'll meet back here at the end of the row. So here's my first arm all done, and I'm working on my second one. I'm about to stuff it now. And this one we stuff to the top edge, just a little bit, see? Stuff it to the top edge, and then we're going to push it down the best we can with our finger, and we're going to close it up and crochet through both sides. And again, you should be able to do 3 across the top. Three. Now we're going to finish off. Alright guys, that brings us to the end of this video. So if you need help with the ears and the tail, that will be the next part. And if you don't need help with the ears and the tail, then please go to the assembly video. And it's very important to assemble the doll the way I have explained it in the written pattern. Otherwise your doll could topple over. So I'm going to show you some tips on sewing the legs on first, and then we'll sew on the arms and the rest of the doll together. So we'll either meet you in the next video or in the assembly video. I'll see you over there.